How's everybody doing? Oh man, see everybody. You got some of you guys were here early. So this is post Hell's Hill, put on by Scott. If I can find all the proper information here. Put on by Scott Bray, hosted at. Oh man, I then got messed up. RC Farm. Okay. Get my brain right. Anyway, Scott Bray hosted Hell's Hill competition, bouncers, and videos of that start coming out tomorrow. I was at the RC Farm. So, and that was in Tallapoosa, Georgia. All right, so you get all that going right. All right, so Clayton's here. Tom, Addicted. Kevin B, what's up? Endo's RC. Endo's RC. Anyone know good tracks in New York State? No idea about that one, buddy. I've never been there. Adam Macy, thank you, buddy. Clayton, Mountain Dew Fun. Ooh, I've actually been working on some of this right here. Thank you, Clayton. I appreciate that. But I do have a cherry Coke right here, too. Discovery RC, what's up? So went up there. Scott put together a nice event. It was hot. It was cooking. So, but man, these guys, they drive these riffs like they're just mad at them. It was pretty awesome. So we've got the gully. We've got the hill climb, which is amazing. To me, that video turned out way better than what I expected. Hopefully you guys will think so too. Channel members, it should be up for you guys right now. You guys should be able to see those videos right now. I've got 2 more to get up to you guys as well. Took the SCX 6x6 out. Took that up there. Took the Raminator up there. Which, speaking of the Raminator, I'm working on a video for that. Tim Customs RC, man, thank you. Oh, added some more to the RC thing. Thank you, RC Daily. I appreciate it. I got to show you guys something I did with the Raminator today. I think you guys will like it. Hopefully it shows up. But I got to edit this thing and put this in there. Hopefully you guys see this. Watch this. Yeah, that's a Raminator. That's a Raminator. I did that today. Look at that. That's like an 80, 90 pound Raminator doing that, guys. Yeah. I turned the punch up to 5, turned the brakes up to 87%, just so I could have some air control. And yeah. You guys will be seeing that one probably. See, we got Hell's Hills tomorrow, Hell's Hills again, and then probably Raminator following that. I've also got RC Med Labs video to get done as well. Osborne, what's up? Double 8 days, my chance. Southwest Washington. Andy Hernandez, yes sir. Stoke. Thanks for the Stoke. What's to eat? What's to eat tonight? I have no idea. I think I got a frozen dinner I can throw in there. Addicted, thank you. Turtle RC, I didn't break anything. Nothing. At least nothing that I know of. I drove it in, set all that in, put it all in place. So I should be good to go. Yeah, Nick Daniels, it's so big and so heavy, it moves so slow in the air. But I really had good control out of the thing. I honestly did. I was impressed, you know. JD's RC, what's up? Jacob Henson, what did you change to get the backflip? Dude, it's just on 12S. 12S Hobby Wing system. And turn the punch up a little bit, turn the brake up a little bit so I could stop it, which it worked great. I mean, it stopped perfectly. So I was happy with that. The priority settings. So priority on those. That's a good question for the GT5 by Marcus. I generally set mine anywhere from 80 to 90 depending on the vehicle. And that's priority of you over the gyro. I don't want the gyro to keep me going straight when I'm trying to make a turn. The Max 4 Hobby Wings, you can run it on, yes, you can run it on 8S. DiGiorno lasagna. No, I had a frozen lasagna earlier today. I got home this morning about 12:15. So I had to get home, get some things done because tomorrow getting a new roof on the home. So I had to get things done outside and all that today. But I did get the laminator done. I got to do all my intros, outros, stuff like that. You know how it is being a YouTuber. You got to stand up there a lot, at least for me. Addicted. Dude, I like the RC8X. I really do. I'm about to order probably another 10 receivers just to keep them on hand, you know. Addicted. Doing any other styles of bouncer chassis. And those, you just have to get a hold of them. If you get a hold of them, tell them what style you're after, and he can probably make it happen, buddy. I sent him a set of axles, or I gave him a set of axles that beat the creek, and I'm hoping to get a new Rift chassis from him soon, and I'm trying to get a full titanium monster truck chassis to fit SCX6 axles. And since I have the diffs now, boom, I'm good to go. So I guess I need to contact him, see where we're at on that. Nick Daniels, yes sir, my laminator is on 12S. It has the Max 4 ESC with the Hobby Wing 560 kV with the Johnny Crash motor mount and all in there. I've got the Johnny Crash battery mount that I got to put in there, but I haven't done it yet. So, Ridgeville, Owen Rogers. Nice. Marcus, I did not bring my SCX6 bouncer. I regret not taking it. But what I did take was a 6x6x6 SCX6. And when you guys will see it, I put it on the hills. You guys will see this video. That won't be tomorrow, but it'll be the day after. I've got them. I think they're uploaded. I was letting Scott check out the videos beforehand. I also got to put all the sponsors down below. Vidavon was the title sponsor. I also sponsored the event as well. I put a Rift kit in there. So, yeah, good to go. Got a little sun on my balding head, too. I don't think 2.6 MT tires will look very good. First time I'm live trying to say I enjoy content. Edgar V. Well, I'm glad to have you, buddy. The Pirate Magic. I'm wanting a titanium cage scale monster truck using SCX6 steering axles front and rear. That's what I'm after. And I think I can get that. 40 in here, only 4 likes. I see 45 of you wonderful guys and 19 likes. That's what I see on my screen right here. You know, Clayton, I really should have took more than what I took. Being my first time at the RC farm, I learned that I needed to take more. So yeah, the race camp would have been a blast. Absolutely, it would have been a blast. I don't think I would have showed up the rifts though. You guys wait till you see this video. Clayton, you may have already seen it. It is up for members. I know that one's up there, but man, they drove the wheels off of these things, guys. Well, Losi has the big fist scales. They could totally do something. I think they did have something a while back that was like a monster truck, large tires on one of their Losi 5Ts, I think. What's up, Hanger? Captain Koozie. Favorite short course truck of all time? That would be the Techno. What's your thoughts on the Tenacity DB Pro? I hear good things. I don't have one. I have never had one, but I hear they're really close to the Laser Nut, but built a lot better. That's just what I've been told. I don't have one, though. Obstacles will drop in the next 1.5 weeks. Oh, dude. Oh, the hanger. Oh, you do all the 124th obstacles, right? Yeah. You got a big old spot out there waiting for you. Addicted just got done putting my front axle back together, raminator, and now I'm doing brake line. Brake lining. Okay. Owen, man, electric's where it's at. And if you do the Johnny Crash setup with the Max 4, 560, all that stuff, direct drive with no clutch, you can take all those annoying brakes off. I mean, legit, just take them off. Mine are completely gone. I think, Xavier, I've been told that they've got the Laser Nut U4 taken care of, so at this point, I would probably take that one. Recommended servo for Creighton 8S EXB. Kelly, I would always say Reese on that, but the Reese are too long for that, and you'll have a clearance issue. Heck, maybe the Savox. Maybe the Savox, I believe, will go right into that. You could throw down and buy a big Spectrum, but honestly, I wouldn't. But I believe Savox was as a drop-in servo for that. Check with the 8S forums, the 8S groups, and make sure the servo you get just drops right in without any modifications. It'll be a lot easier on you. Man, Addicted, I will be honest with you guys. I am looking at another vehicle, and it's something I've never had before. And the hanger, yeah, your stuff's be seen a lot, buddy. But the vehicle I'm looking at, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy for this. For some stupid reason, I want to try this thing. And this is, I can't think of the exact name of it. It's by Traxxas. Their 3.3 nitro short course truck. I don't know why, but for some reason I've been looking at that thing quite a bit. A nitro short course truck. I don't know why. I'm not a nitro guy. It has a little starter motor on it, so it's electric start. Slayer Pro right there. That's it. For some reason, I think I've got it in my cart at A-Main. I think I've got it in my cart at A-Main. I just haven't quite done it. But for some reason, it's on my radar for some reason. Tell me, 5MT. Not a crawler, but somehow have 8 of them. Got 8 crawlers, but oh yeah. Andrew, did you just see my video of my Raminator doing the backflip? If people did aftermarket bodies for the Raminator, what would I like to see made? That's a tough one. Heck, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to tell you on that one. See, my buddy has a special edition Gravedigger. A Nitro. All right, so I just missed a bunch of Slayer Pro. All right, what's up? The Viking. Oh, Viking RC. That's my buddy right there. Slayer Pro with any... Marcus, if I was to get a Slayer Pro and electric converted, I might as well just get a Slash. Right? I mean, the Slash has a better suspension, in my opinion. The Slayer Pro is a Revo chassis. Really? I know the front shocks are laid down on it. Shift's AA days. Shift's got some good. I have a X5 in my balancer, by the way. So far, it's been good. Jacob, I mean, I'm thinking about it, you know, for some reason it's on my list of possible things to get, and I'll be getting it brand new. I don't want to buy it used. I mean, nitro is nitro, and I'm not a nitro guy, but for some reason that has my attention. 14 millimeter hexagon on Badlands for the big rock. Okay. You know you'd love to see a creep body for the Raminators. No, I don't need to see a creep body for the Raminators, but I would like to see it kind of themed out like maybe a Samson body, you know, with the big arms or something. I think that would be cool to see, a big Samson body. It'll be easy to mold it in, right? You can fit the cage and everything. Ashley, what's up? Let me see how I not be a slash. Here we're going to say your approach here. Okay. I'm waiting to use them. I don't have enough money to do what you do, but what you did to that honcho for 6 wheels of glory. Dude, that honcho can climb hills. Let me tell you guys. You guys will be seeing that one probably tonight. Channel members, you'll be seeing those tonight. Nikolai, what's up, buddy? All right. I see. I got a Revo 3.3. Let's go. Let them rip. You still have your nitro stuff? See, I'm really tempted to just go ahead and click the buy on that thing, but I don't know. I'm trying my best to hold off. I'm trying to not, I don't know. I get a nitro, then it'll be stinking, and I gotta get nitro fuel. I don't know what to even get for nitro fuel, you know? But Viking RC here has nitro, so I'm sure he can fill me in on nitro fuel. Oh, speaking of Viking RC, hopefully he'll join me for the ride down to Cotton's RC Park down in Ocala, Florida Sunday. So if we can go there, then we'll get some video down there. 30 degree north is okay. Too geek to be chick. Well, RC Daily, I mean, their deal is with Dodge and stuff. So, I mean, I would like to see a Samson body, you know. I think that would be awesome to see. Okay, Addicted, you're talking me into it. You're talking me into it. I wouldn't know what to do with a nitro, but it has the electric start, so that might be okay for a total noob. I haven't had the Centon 4x2. For Traxxas, 25%. Yes, do it in 30 degree north. Yep. Okay, Viking RC is going to join me. We're going down to Cotton's RC Park. I don't even know. Cotton Ball Day is his name on Facebook. So it should be pretty good. Revo chassis with a Slayer Pro suspension. Traxxas Nitro is the easiest. Well, maybe I'll find out. Because I would kind of like to get one. Maybe by the end of the month I'll get one ordered. Who knows? Got something you would love. Old Losi MTXL chassis, Gravedigger body, Max 5, 570. On primals, the thing scoots. You know, Andrew, I believe. Oh, Paul, you want to join us? You have a crawler? It's kind of a crawler part, Paul. But I think I messed up. I think I tore up the foams inside my tires on the Raminator. Here, I'll show you guys again in case you didn't see my preview of what I'm working on, what I did today. Let's get this thing to play. Where you going? Here we go. Watch this, in case you guys missed it. That's a Raminator. Check that out. See the tires expanding? I got another video where they were kind of shaking a little bit. I think I messed up the foams inside of them. Yeah. So, I'm kind of proud of that move. Kind of proud of that one. Saying flex blades for the SCX24. Flex blades? I don't know anything about flex blades. Do a mid motor / two-wheel drive with nitro / two-wheel drive chassis. Clayton, I'm probably going to end up getting it. You know, it's totally different. You know, it's completely different. The thing about it is, if I end up getting that and I have fun with it, and I actually legit have fun, you guys will be able to tell by my voice. You know, if I legit have fun with it, then I'll probably want to try a nitro buggy or something. And I don't want to go down the nitro road, but that one, for some reason, that has my interesting. All right, so Andrea, so yeah, I do believe I messed up the foams in mine. The beadlocks held though. Oh yeah, you're gonna get an ecto or something, aren't you, Paul? Yep. Endo's everything was wobbling at that speed. I know the foams are completely, I think the foams are ripped, I believe. So, yeah, and I've had them at 30 plus miles an hour multiple times. Trying to rip donuts, the diff will spin the inside tire way too fast, and then it'll boom, start going nuts and all that. So, yeah, I probably got to take them apart and get new foams. I'll just see if I can order. Can we get just foams for those tires? What's an Element Ultron? I haven't seen that one. JM's RCs. Paul King planning on leaving at 7. RC Mad Labs. Come to Ocala Sunday. Cotton Ball Days. Cotton's RC Park. I need to find the actual name of the place. I think it's just called Cotton's. Marcus, the Baja Ray 2.0 is a very nice truck. It absorbs, it takes everything, but it's huge. And it's a lot of work. It's a big 8S truck. It's kind of like an X-Max, but a little bit worse as far as like transporting and stuff. It's heavier than an X-Max by a lot. I'm not even sure what a flex blade is. FJ Cruiser truck looking thing. I have to look at it. I have to look at it, see what that thing is. Endo's, man, my old Technos do fine, really. I mean, if I was to ever want to get back into racing competitively, I would have the newest product on the market. You know, I would order the most newest buggy, the newest truggy, and just go with that. But for right here at the Exoplex, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. The sand and all that stuff, just drive it. Okay. Does Vidavon makes parts for the Infraction 3S? I do not believe Vidavon makes anything for that. Your best bet would be to vidavon.cn or look on eBay and see if he has anything listed. 2.6 Pro X's. The closest thing to the Pro X that I've seen in a 2.9 so far is made by Power Hobby. And I've got a video of them on the Bouncer. They're actually nice tires. They really are. Did you get your GPM support? Okay. I see daily. Hello, not yet the 26th. Imagine if the Exoplex held a JC Super Cup race. I don't even know what a JC Super Cup race, but if it's as big as what my brain is telling me, my place isn't big enough for that. Yep, I got you, Marcus. Oh, okay. All right, Mad Labs. Go have fun. Yeah, I was doing my other stuff, and my SCX 6x6x6 wasn't big enough, so I just left it open. My SCX 6x6x6 was too big for the shelf, so I just left it open for that one. I don't know of any 3D printed inserts for those. If you want printed inserts for those, you might be able to send the whole wheel and tire to somebody and get one made. Maybe the YZZR. Maybe Squid Inserts might be able to take care of them. Flubber Stuffers, the guys that make those, they may be able to make something for you custom. I mean, maybe. Is your track open to the public? Jamie Foxx, yes, I open it up virtually every Sunday. Now, this Sunday, I'm going to be down at Cotton's. So I'll be down there driving, checking out stuff like that. But Saturday, it'll be open. I'll be here for Saturday. Oh, Edgar V. I do not know what your battery would be for that. The only thing I can think of, Edgar, is to get the proper size and then look on Amazon. If you look on Amazon for the small batteries, they give you the battery size, the dimensions, length, width, height, everything, and find you one that fits that. You know that it is 3 hours one-way drive to the Exoplex for RC Mad Labs. 3 hours, that's it? Just about every event I go to is at least 8 hours. But I have family in Ackworth, so I'm good. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, I got that in my cart. But I haven't done anything with it. I think I fried my Fusion Pro. Dude, how'd you mess up a Fusion Pro, buddy? Man, I've probably got 9 of them things in various vehicles. I haven't killed one yet. RC Crawler 82. Not USTE. Message them. Thanks. So, good evening. Hey, Joe Girding's on here. Joe, dude. Okay, you just got here, right? I done something I'm proud of. I'm going to show it to you again just because I think it's phenomenal. All right. Let me make sure I get this right so everything sets right. All right, watch this, Joe. Yeah. What'd you think about that, Joe? Oh, I did it like 4 times too. Yeah, I did it like 4 times. That was awesome. Good control in there. Good control in there. I am in Florida. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Joe. Got that backflip. Oh, man. Power button fell out. I didn't see it got wrapped around a front tire and axle. Frayed the wires. Heard a beep and it died. Okay, you got to figure out which 2 wires are your on wires. Which 2 wires you touch to turn it on and off, okay? Separate all your wires apart because there's like 5 wires, I believe, right? You got 2 for the set button and then 3. Find out which wires you touch to turn it on, you touch to turn it off. So find out which those wires are, power it up, and just give them a touch and see if it works. I have not ordered the Vendetta. James Kettner, I did not break anything that I know of. Viking, that was a lot of backflip, buddy. Next time you're out here and I have the Raminator out, let me do that and you can get you some content for your channel. Recommend battery for the Ecto. I see pictures of lipos blowing up, so I don't know which is a safe bet. Ricky, I've had a lot of different brands of batteries, and every brand of battery can blow up. Every brand of battery will die. They have a life cycle. Sometimes you'll get a cheap brand over here that just runs forever, and you'll buy the expensive battery and it just goes away. It's kind of odd on batteries, really. But anything in about a 2200 milliamp, I like the Ovonic Air batteries. Those hold up pretty good. This battery here is about a year old. That's an HRB. That one does pretty good. Yeah, I've got so many different brands of batteries. It's not even funny. And most of them do well, so long as you choose the proper battery to handle the amps and all that your vehicle needs. Go with too small of a battery, you're going to have problems. And hopefully, it just starts cutting out on you early. Hopefully. Right ramp with a Raminator to do a double flip. It would probably legit shred a tire if I held full throttle for that long. That wasn't really top tire speed on that, I don't believe. I do believe it would actually legit shred a tire if I was to hold it for a double. The backflip video was tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, probably Friday will be the backflip video, because I've got the Hell's Hill videos to get out. I got 2 of them for tomorrow, 2 of them for Thursday, and then the Raminator will be on Friday. RC Mad Labs, yeah, I finally got that thing figured out, Donna. And the suspension is working great. Shock Flex Blades. I have no idea what's that. Mike Debris. Thor, sitting back relaxing. If you use a cell phone, then you are already using lithium. Broken member, you are correct. You are correct. Ovonic has a 1-year warranty too. You know, I've never needed to use that warranty. But sometimes when I go to do something, and if I know that what I'm doing is not exactly proper, and something happens to blow up, well, that's on me, you know? So, and that has happened a few times. Yeah, it's like with my competition crawlers, I'm getting smaller and smaller on the batteries. At some point, I'm going to start really killing these batteries in a bad way, because the amp draw is going to be too much for the battery to supply. So hopefully I'll end up with, you know, cutting out, because it just doesn't have it, or it'll think it's hitting LVC early because it's pulling so much on the battery, and then I'll have to rethink things and go back with a larger battery. Size matters. RC offer Iceland. Woo! Iceland, wow. Order a green Pro motor, nice. Electron Pro makes good batteries and chargers. Electron does have some good stuff. Clayton, have you tried out the full brass axles from Vidavon? I have not tried the full brass axles. I I kind of think that might be a bit too much. I mean, I've got the other axle on my Pro over here. Now, did you guys see the brass Raw 500 by Reese? That would be perfect for a servo on axle, especially the way they're doing them now at the tube height and all that. That would be good. Yeah, Addicted. I've been trying to get the street tires as well. I have not had any luck. Okay, so you warranted one from Air, forgot the name. Ovonic. So you warranted one from Ovonic and it worked out pretty good. That's good. I mean, I don't know that I've ever warranted a battery. Maybe, hold on, I did one time. But they told me to keep the battery, and I tried to run it, and I remember more. It was one of the cells that was just low, and it would not come up. So rather than risk melting something down, I just simply got rid of the battery. Chuck Parks, what's up? RC Daily. Yeah, RC Daily. Usually, man, when I get my stuff going, you know, this is why you guys see me do a box stock run. The box stock run is for warranty purposes, you know, and if it's got a bad, weak stock motor and I happen to burn it up, I don't care. I'll put another motor in it. And I've got plenty of brush motors, or I'll brushless it or something like that, because it was going to happen anyway, right? But like, say if the ESC just poof right out of the box, I might try to warranty that, but who knows? Usually stock electronics are not very good. The best stock electronics that has ever been in a vehicle was the Red Cat Axe Edition crawler truck. That was the best stock electronics ever. Tom Andrews, what's up? My 4 Hobby and G2 came to... Dude, nice. 3 shredders. Nathan Worth, Max Amps is way overrated. I only have one Max Amps battery. That's a 2S, and that's because I won it a few years ago in a raffle. I won't spend the money on Max Amps. Just not going to happen. So here in Arizona's like a G8 compound. I believe when it gets super hot like this, Arizona, everywhere gets hot, right? It's not just Florida. It's not just Arizona. It's everybody. I believe the G8s are your better compound. I believe the Predators have a tendency to just kind of wear out and be done too fast, right? Oh, okay. Now, I will tell you what I have done. I have actually taken 2 small wires like a JST and put it onto that particular cell using the balance plug, and then charge that cell at like 0.5 amp. Just charge it like a 1S on that one cell. And that has worked in the past to bring that cell up. C207, I do not like that 16 slot or 16 turn 5 slot motor from Element. It's weak sauce, in my opinion. Chainsaw made it home. Chainsaw, didn't you like cut your leg a little bit? I thought I saw that on Instagram. The Fusion 1800 is awesome. You're talking about the SE. Absolutely awesome combo motor, but the startup is a little bit faster than what the Fusion Pro is. but it's half the price. And if you're talking about just a typical trail truck, light competition, yeah, the 1800's fine, buddy. 80 bucks and you're done, or 70, depending on where you find it. Oh yeah, I remember that, Viking. My leg was bloody. I was trying to eat dinner. Me, Viking RC, and Mark we were trying to have dinner at Cracker Barrel, and I'm like, what the heck's up with my foot? And my whole sock was just covered in blood. He crashed a shredder right into me. And the thing is, when he put it together, he left all the bolts sticking out the bottom, so it was like spikes. Yeah, man. Whew. I'll never forget the first day I met Viking RC. Yeah, I got shredded by a shredder. Oh, I know I know he's gonna have a good comment on that one. The front was a super short Vidavon drive shaft, I believe, and the rear you can get the DravTech long drive shaft, so you can cut the length. Blitz RC, what's up? Yeah, my Logic was G8 for the summer, Predator for the winter. Yep. Now, in the winter, when it's cold, the smaller batteries may cause you issue. As the batteries get colder, the internal resistance goes up, so you have less available power at that point. Oh, it was the arm. Okay. Red Cat using the Hobbywing 1080s? Where? Usually it's a 1060. Oh, that sucks. Minnesota Cowboy. That ain't no good, buddy. I hate to hear that. You shortened your thumb a little bit this evening. .207 crawler. I have not compared those two servos. Honestly, I just don't want anything to do with NSDRC. It's just a personal thing. Gotta force that puffed up bad on me when I was using it in my bump box from Nitro. What's the best way of getting rid of it? Okay, Clayton, salt water, stuff like that. What I've done is if you just put it in the salt water, the terminal will generally corrode up, and that's it kind of killing itself. Come on. The cell got worse, and SMC was not courteous. Battery less than 9 months old. I told you it would not stop for you. No, it did not, Viking RC. What's up, Hanacart? France, okay. Wow, all the way from France. Dang. Minnesota, I hate to hear that, man. Well, Viking, you had an issue with that too. My younger brother, he legit almost cut his leg off with a chainsaw. I mean, like, it put him out of work for a while, and I'll probably say for 8 months, he was done. I mean, it was done. It was on the back of his calf, I believe it was, and it went all the way to the bone, through the muscle and everything. He almost completely lost that leg. RC Daily, that's why I'm not messing with him. Lyle Burns, what's up? I've been doing good. Any more Bandit content? I don't have anything on the list. Have you tried charging a LiPo on nickel metal 2 amp and waiting 30 seconds? Yes, RC Specialist, I have done that. I have been successful in doing that. The thing is, though, sometimes that battery isn't quite right in the head once you do that. You know? Not quite right. Okay, too geek to be checked. Yeah, just go ahead and dispose of that thing properly. You don't want that thing to puff out and go thermonuclear at night while you're sleeping. Yeah, get rid of that thing and just be done with it. Be safe about that. Next question. It's a hobby or a job? You're talking about the RC stuff? Well, number one, it is a hobby. Number two, it is, I guess you can say it is my job at this point. In May, I left my daily job and I'm a full-time YouTuber. So I'm doing what I love. I was driving home today where I had to run up to the store and all that, and I'm sitting there thinking, this is awesome. You know, it's like it's just awesome to be able to do this like this. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be able to do this and make a living at it. You know, it was just never part of my brain thoughts, you know. And then after a while, it just came into something that hopefully keeps going. So, how do I plan my content? Well, let's see. Say I order a diff cover. Well, okay. I need to show you guys this diff cover, show you how it goes and all that. Say I get in this battery right here or some tires or something. I just work it into wherever I can. And if it's rainy, nasty, I generally start migrating towards crawler videos because the rocks don't care. If I have a good dry spell, I start going back towards the basher stuff and racer stuff towards the track. So I try to move my content with the weather. And I know some of the guys have talked about it's always perfect weather where I'm at. Well, it's not. The thing is like if I know that, hey, there's a big front coming in, like the day before or the day of, I try to get as early as I can. I try to get all the driving in, whether it's crawlers, bashers, racers. I want to start flying again. I think I've got time. I think I've got the whole month of August off so I can actually do some flying. But I get out there and I try to do all my driving stuff. And sometimes I'll do the driving before I ever even stand up there and do the intro. So it just kind of works out that way. But that way I can get the driving done under optimal conditions. When I'm doing like a tire test on the ramp, the thing about this is I've got to be quick about it. And the reason is humidity can change 10 minutes from now, especially during the season changes and all that stuff. And the humidity changes, the traction changes. And I try to be as fair as possible with the tires. Tire temperature, ramp temperature, all that stuff. I try to get all that done as fast as I can. Boom, 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 boom. This way, when I get up to do all my talking stuff, at least I know that everything was as equal as I could possibly make it. So you guys get the best possible video, the best consistency, and the most truthful, I guess you could say. Because, I mean, if I go out there and I do a tire test today, okay, come in, sit back, go back out there tomorrow, well, everything is different. The ramp temperature, humidity is different. Maybe it rained that night. Maybe it rained for the first test and it was dry for the second one. So I've got to get that stuff done immediately and quick when I do that kind of testing. So, but Viking RC, yeah, you do have a lot of Bandit content. Blitz RC, you are correct. Like this past weekend, I took my wife to Gatlinburg. And the crazy thing is, I called the boss man and asked him for another couple days off. And he's like, sure, take it. Sweet. What takes up more time, regular job or YouTube? Andrew, that's an easy one. YouTube. Literally for about 3.5 to 4 years, I was working, I want to call 2.5 jobs. One job, which was 10 hours a day. When you look at the drive time back and forth, it was 12, then they cut us back. But then I'd come home and work till sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning. Then I'd go right back to bed, get up and go to 5 o'clock the next day. But then it would just, it was a lot of work, but it paid off. I was able to experiment for myself and show you guys the result, because I'm generally curious about all this stuff, you know. And as far as mechanics go, I've been working on things since I was 8 or 9, as best I can tell. I remember helping my father change out differential carrier in a Ford 9-inch. I remember this specifically because he somehow managed to, it was the limited slip, he somehow managed to break the carrier. Not exactly sure what Pops was doing, but I do remember that. And I remember I was very young at that point. Goes to Florida, nice weather. In Florida, Marcus, fall, winter, spring, beautiful. Love it. Drone course. Man, I saw some drones this past week, and they were the DJI drones. They were nice. I've done drones before, but I've never had a really good one. So I've had like the entry-level ones from like the local stores, Best Buy and stuff, you know. The blue truck. Oh, that is the Axial Base Camp blue body on the Mega Rift, which currently has a broken bolt, so the front axle goes side to side. But that body doesn't belong on that. It just happens to be there. Heat stroke, 100 steps from house to the track. Guy Spencer, when are you coming back to Florida? You're supposed to come back this fall, aren't you? How long does a 5,000 milliamp last in the ProMoto? Not very long, really. Maybe 10 minutes or so. You got the flywheel that's constantly running. I don't think it's a high amp, but it doesn't really last that long, in my opinion. Maybe 10 minutes or so. So you are learned. Marcus, yes, sir, I sure did. Yes, sir, I sure did. RC Specialist. 6,500 milliamp for the ProMoto I don't have. Well, that should work out pretty good for you. It'll give you a lot better runtime. But don't worry, one day the ProMoto will get here. But just think, by the time you get your ProMoto, there will be so many mods on the market, you can just buy it and mod it before you ever even drive it. RC Mad Labs, you're as busy as I am, dude. I have never had a Red Cat Volcano. I may have had an ancient Volcano years ago, before I ever started recording for the channel. Personal question. How much do I have in my SCX6? Buddy, the 6x6 conversion, I want to say with the servos, I want to say it was around $3,200 just for the conversion. And I already had the axle for the front, so that's not included in that. I already had the Beast Tooth, probably around, heck, I don't know, 4,500 to 5 at this point. I was supposed to keep that one stock. Nice and stock, smooth and easy, right? Well, it still has a stock motor in ESC. It has a stock shift servo as well. Aha! I did keep some stuff stock, didn't I? In fall, you'll be home. All right, guy. When you get back, you got to get yourself an e-buggy so we can continue that racing rivalry we had when you were here. I want you guys to know I never beat Guy on a racetrack. We had the buggies and all that. Sometimes I could hang with him when he was having an off day, but man, the guy can race. He can race a buggy, let me tell you. And it was awesome. We'd be up there talking smack, just going at it, yak, 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 yak. And when we were done, we'd just laugh and have a good time. That's the best kind of racing right there, man. RC Mad Labs, money does matter, buddy. This stuff ain't cheap. Minnesota Cal, you better TRX 421 Bronco or the Red Cat Gen 9. Minnesota. Honestly, I'd probably go with the TRX. I do believe it's a little bit stronger platform. Okay. I'm so curious about the Red Cat Machete 6. Do you think it's worth buying or the Armored Kraton 4S? The Machete 6S is quite a bit bigger than the Kraton 4S. Quite a bit larger. Heck, I'd probably go with the Kraton 4S just because it's more nimble, easier to handle, and you can get in and out and have more fun with it, I think. I mean, I've got both. Tough question. Good question. Probably go with the Kraton 4S. You know what, Clayton? My wife doesn't even ask anymore. When I brought that Raminator home, it cost me $4,000 at the USTE a couple years ago. She didn't even ask. Thank goodness. She didn't even ask. If she knew how much I had in it now, which is, I'm pretty sure it's right at 10K. It's right at the 10K mark, you know. Especially with a spare body and all that. I'll have to add it up. It's got to be right at 10K at this point. That's a road I could afford to get on someday. Too geek to be chick. There are much cheaper ways to do this hobby. Buy the thing, do the necessary upgrades as they break, and just enjoy the vehicle. Most of the time people ask me, I've got a Kraton this or an X-Max that. What's the first mods? Your first mod is to drive the thing. Drive it and enjoy it for what it is. And then after you've driven it for a little while, maybe then it's time for more power or tires or something like that. But the first thing to do, drive it. Enjoy it. You may not need all these stupid mods, you know? Big Kids RC, what's up? Tyler Young, can I explain portals? Yes, actually. Portals. You have... All right. These are a set of axles that I'm going to build with my Kleimenstein. These are portals. You see your differential, your spool and all right up here? They go to a top gear right here, a larger gear down here. So these give you about a 7 something to 1 ratio. So this is your portal. Your differentials are higher. So, yeah. That's your portal. Straight is just simply straight. Your differential is going to be hanging down a little bit more. Let's see here. This is a straight axle. You see how it's just straight across? That's a straight axle right there. This happens to be a Vitavon straight axle, but yeah, that's your straight axle. That's a portal. You can get lower gear reduction or you can get more reduction for a slower drive, less torque twist with portals usually. However, the center of gravity might be a little bit higher because the differential is higher. Each axle design has its own benefits and pros and cons. Hopefully I was able. I've actually got a video straight versus portal. It's an older one now. Let me see, buddy. We made some awesome racing. Good times. Yes, sir. We can do it again, guy. We sure can. Have you ever did a speed test on the Red Cat machete? I think I did. I want to somewhere around 50, I think. Oh, if I traded one RC when I bought my Nitro. He never said so. Now, I remember when I first started, when she would ask me about something, I've had this for a couple months. Yeah, kind of like make it, I've already had the thing for a while. Or, they gave it to me. They gave it to me. The wives, they know that's not the case, okay? They know. They know nobody gives you anything. It only matters when you're being pressured. Any model build result of the goal. Pathway, Outcast 4S. Yeah, Outcast 4S will be a blast, yes. How was Tallapoosa? Tallapoosa was awesome. The RC farm is awesome. Man, we run like the gully, they called it, right up through there. The big hills behind one of the chicken farm, the chicken houses. Man, that video I think turned out really good. I'm happy with that video. Hopefully you guys will be too. Your portals are going to offer more gear reduction than straight axle generally. Yep, Marcus, correct. With spouse takes times of terror. Nella, what's up? Yes, sir. Happy live. Have you done a versus between the Fusion SE 1800 and 1200? No, sir. I haven't done the 1800 versus the 1200 because the 1200 is just too slow for me. And I'm not talking about the startup. I believe the startup RPM between the two are the same. I believe this. But the overall RPM of the 1200 is just so slow. If the 1200 was good to say 4S, then you'd have something there. But the 1200 is so slow. You're so limited on your RPM range. Clayton, if you build your vehicle correctly, the axle housings, the portal parts, is actually up into the chassis. So it doesn't really raise the vehicle so long as you build it correctly. Now, in case of like the SCX6, you put the Vidavon portals on there. If you don't make a lot of adjustments and figure it out, it will raise it by 18 millimeters. So depending on how you build your vehicle, if you just slap some portals into something without adjusting the suspension, yeah, you're going to raise it up and you're going to adjust your center of gravity and all that. Boxes. I got a big stack of boxes I got to take off. First RC buggy got as a birthday gift as a teenager in 1985. Dude, nice. Which one was it, Overboard? MT48. I got a buddy with a Techno MT48, Chuck. That's cool. Overboard, okay. Hi from Canada. Thanks for the great content. Thank you, Boonies RC. I appreciate it. I want an A10 plane and a 110 Humvee. They've got some nice Humvees now. In fact, I believe, might think it's kind of odd, but Banggood, they had that one Humvee. It was like $512, but it's really nice, though. Really nice. I bought the Spectrum and Hobby Wing 2300. Well, I did a video, Tom Andrews, on the Spectrum 2300, the 2300 Pro, and I believe I had the 1800 SE in there. For me, in my test, and from what I was able to get out of them, the SE is the best deal, dollar for dollar, out there. Simple as that, the best deal you're going to get. The Pro was the best competition motor you're going to get. The Spectrum was the best power motor you're going to get. For me, the Spectrum had way more takeoff punch and power than the Pro or the SE. But the Pro has a startup RPM of almost 0. I mean, that thing starts super slow. Very nice. It's got the FOC, which is field oriented control. That helps you out as far as like driving. It'll kind of hold the RPM and carry it up. So very nice system. There are quite a few guys, they don't even build for anything else. They build specifically for the Fusions. Now, if we could just get Hobbywing to make some Fusion 2300s that'll take 4S, that would be nice. Now that we got more done, more is done. Should have more stuff coming in here in a week or so for it. We want to do more drops and stuff like that. Now that I'm home for the month of August, maybe I can get some free time, you know? Maybe I can get some free time and actually get out there and do some work on it. Like the whole one area, I've got the stucco that, I've got to do some stucco, some other work on it. So I've got quite a bit of work to do. And the way it's set up with the wood stuff and all that, we can actually take the course up and move it around or just change it out without too much hassle, in all honesty. So really looking forward to that. Or a Hobbywing 1080 running 4S. It really needs that. They kind of dropped the ball on that. I mean, Hobbywing, they are leagues above and beyond Castle, especially when it comes to the crawler stuff. I mean, heck, look at the 12S stuff they've got now. You know, they are the #1 in my opinion at this point. I was a hardcore Castle guy too. Took me a while to come around to the Hobbywing stuff. But Hobbywing, they are the top dog in my opinion. They do need more 4S crawler stuff though. And they really should have made the 1080 G2 4S capable. They really should have. What's up? Big Egg. You're ready for Holmes to release a Fusion 4S capable. Is Holmes working on something like that? Big Egg, is that a spoiler? Should I get a hold of Holmes and see what he's got cooking? Yes, Castiel, I'm talking to the world. There's my cat. Put your butt down. Calm down. You are good. You are fine sleeping. All right. Planning on changing the motor out of the BX2, just leaving the puller. Well, I am planning to put a more modest motor in there than the 11 turn. That's just the only brush motor I had in stock. I guess I need to order some home stuff, but yeah, it's a little bit much for that truck, but hey, it's in, it works. And speaking of that, I'm not sure exactly. Oh, it's in there. I've actually got it on the back of the TRX hauler. So, but I'm going to send that body off to Scale Rat, and I'm sending the other body panels and all that stuff. We were talking about getting a scale paint job on that thing, and if anybody can do it, he can. And we're kind of thinking maybe Safari, maybe. What would be your guys' idea for a nice paint job on it? I mean, I regret not painting it before, but I'm not good at painting, so at least this way I can let a professional take care of the paint job, and we should be good to go then, right? Need to order a modest upgrade for the Creighton 4S. That seems to be doing all right, man. It is a bit coggy, though. See, Tom, I had a buddy here, and he was running the Rhino 80. And it was not impressive as compared to the Crawlmaster Mini V2s, at least in my opinion, from what I was able to see of him driving, the transition, the cog rollback that it had. Maybe his wasn't set up right. I don't know, but I'm staying with the home stuff for me. I did my toes cleaning up my part. Sure, I kicked myself for that. It's not order 1800 SE from a TF2. Okay, Big Egg. I'm going to have to go find out and get some information on that. From Wisconsin, Dell's wondering if it's a good servo for a Traxxas Max. Dell's servo? What's a Dell's servo? What's a Dell's wondering if it's a good servo for the Grizzly? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, buddy. Boonies might have to buy a SCT for the Mamba 143800 base camp. The 3800 does pretty darn good, man. I know some guys have run the 3800s on 3S, and some even get by on 4S with that motor. But I don't think I think it's more like when you hit the 4S, it's more like a blip. It's not just 4S and holding it free revving. Cat, why are you shedding so bad? Servo for Traxxas Max. Well, you're going to add the stock one, or you can get the adapter, and you can put pretty much a 110. I like the Raw 500, but the Power Hobby 729 is also a good option for that truck. Yes, tuning takes time. Fighter, we'll have to be lazy for the rest of the night. Viking, yeah, I wish I could be lazy for the rest of the night. I know I've got something to do here. I got to start my Kleimenstein build. That's what these are for. The Kleimenstein. I guess I need to get started on that one. Now, Grizzly, I would, when you get a 35 kg servo, get one that's got some speed to it. If not, you're going to be like, man, this is no better than the stock one. So get one that's got some power and speed to it. I highly recommend that. So don't be afraid to throw down and get a decent servo for that thing. Clayton, yeah, we covered nitro, batteries. Next RC topic for tonight. I don't know, you guys pick. There's 74 of you guys on here. I need 74 comments here as to what we can chat about. What's the next topic here? Man, I haven't taken my Ender 3 apart yet, other than putting the direct drive head on it. And that's actually doing pretty good. Actually, IAQ, I've got a sway bar mount for IAQ Master. Speed cars, Andrea. I don't know much about the speed cars, in all honesty. RC Crawler, is it worth buying the tuners for the Reese servo? 95% of the time, you're not going to need it. Plug and play. But if you really want to adjust the overall throw of it, as far as the overall travel, you can adjust the travel of it. You can adjust how much power it has. Most of the Reese servos come set with about anywhere from 80 to 87% power. So you can actually turn the servos up. However, doing so will void the warranty. So just keep that in mind. So pretty much all his servos come about 80 to 87%. Yeah, but you can adjust how far it travels. You are really shedding, Cat. And you can also adjust the safety features on it. As in, like, if it's at a dead stall for 5 seconds, it'll cut to 80% for 2 seconds. It'll cut to 50% for 2 seconds. And it'll save itself. You can actually turn that off and just get full 100% all the way left, right. But, you know, your warranty is gone at that point, because believe me, if you set that and you send that thing and, oh, this servo died on its first run, and he plugs that thing in and he sees that program, sorry, buddy. He's not going to warranty that. I mean, nobody would, really. I mean, I wouldn't. BRXO as far would be cool. I think a military type scheme. Military, okay. If I went military, what would be which military? Your track, why didn't you use a different dirt than sand? James Kettner, because the sand is local and the sand allows the water to go through it really well. I would love to have clay, but you're looking at $150 a load versus about $500 a load for clay. So the sand works really better, really good. It rains a lot here. So if it was clay, it would be way nastier and way more expensive to maintain, to fill, the washouts and all that stuff. So sand, although it's not the best in the world, it works for us where we're at. Tire inserts. Does anyone use foams anymore? Not really for the crawlers, Big Egg. I'm all about the inserts now. Tom Andrew, crowded K1 about a week ago. All right. Clayton, what's better for crawling setup? Having a light rig or having one with weight? Okay, as light as you can keep it above the axles. Okay, as light, if it's 3 ounces of chassis weight, that's perfect. At the axles and down, you can add some weight to it. 5 to 6 pounds max. Some of my trucks, 4 pounds, and they run great. When you start really, really getting light, you got to be really, really soft on the inserts or the foams to make the tires work. And you almost have to go with a Predator compound or something super, super sticky. Is he turning them up to 94% pulse width? The ones I checked, I guess about a year ago, were about 87%. See, Grizzly, I don't want to do the tuning. I don't want to do the tuning. But I do kind of want to try nitro. Brian, what's up? Ryan, what's up? These old flapping lips. Hey, buddy, where are you going with the RC in your hand? You got it. What's taking Horizon so long to ship out the Pro Moto? As an example, you make 1,000 of a product, right? It's kind of risky, a new product, so you kind of be conservative with 1,000 of these things, and you get 7,000 orders. Supply, I also saw where they stated that one of the cargo containers had an issue somewhere. So that was a delay, but it's just wildly popular right now. It's completely different from anything you've ever driven, man. It's awesome. Yeah. The sand, it does not kill the tires. However, when the sand is dry, it's almost like driving a boat. And the reason I say it's almost like driving a boat is there's constant load on the system. So you got to be careful of your gearing. If you come out geared for clay, you're going to have to change your gearing. You have to go with a smaller pinion gear to allow for the increased drag. This is why sometimes if you see us when we hit that wall, it's like we hit turbo, because it hit the wall and now there's no sand drag. It shoots like a rocket. So the wall is really fast if you can get on that thing. Weight distribution, generally 60, 40, 50, 50. That generally works out pretty good. Okay, so he's bumped them up to 94. That's good to know. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate that. For military, it'd be British military to stay scale with that scheme. Derry Land Rover. Okay, I'll have to. I will get Robert to check that out. Robert Pezza to check that out and see if maybe we can go that way. He says he can really do a really nice Safari one though, and he says that that model has aluminum bodies so they don't rust. Is that correct? I didn't know that one. Joe needs to make $100,000 commitment, full indoor sand carpet. Woo, yeah. If I won the lottery, I would probably have something like that. But the thing about having something like that, you can never expect it to pay for itself. It's going to be a loss, and depending on your business, you might need that loss for taxes. What are you doing? Just not. I love to know where that cargo container fell off the boat. I was told it was held up at one of the ports or something. So, our industry is specifically a hobby. That is correct. Hobby, obsession, addiction, all those wonderful things. Most likely stolen some shit worth a bunch of free pro motos to sell. Well, if you see anybody listing a bunch of pro motos on eBay, there you go. Oh. Kevin Klein, you are correct. We go through a lot of bearings around here. We go through a lot of bearings. Okay, gotcha. What's the difference between regular bearings and ceramic bearings? Well, usually the ceramic bearings are not regular, so they're different in that way. Usually the ceramic bearings, in my experience, are better for the higher RPM, like your motor bearings and all that. The problem, even with that, is if you put a big ceramic bearing in something like a 56 size motor, and it's got a mod 1.5 gear, sometimes the harmonics of those gears can cause issues. I just generally run normal bearings and change them out 75 cent, 80 cent a bearing when you buy them by bulk. Ray Wagner, I do not have an Armor Granite 4x4. I have a Centon 4x4. If you won the lottery, you would probably get your real car decked out in Vidavon parts. Man, if he made Hyundai parts, I would have them, dude. If he made Hyundai parts, I would have them. Nice big set of Vidavon wheels, some bead locks on that thing. Yeah. Top 3 RTR trail trucks. Boonies RC, good one. I would give it to the TRX4, Red Cat Gen 9, and the Element Trail Walker SE, I believe it is, or Trail Runner SE. Whatever the little SE truck is, I have that one. It's a nice little trail truck. Dependable, they work great. You can't really lube or clean ceramic bearings, can you? Brian, I don't know. Mad Labs may know. Okay, so RC Mad Labs is talking about bearings there. The shock loads are bashing and all that. So pretty much the fine-tooth pinion gears on motors and stuff like that, that's not going to have so many harmonics to shatter the balls. Okay, yeah. Are you getting the new version of the Losi Baja Ray 2.0? I think I have it in my cart. I just kind of need to click the buy button on that. But yeah, I am planning to get one, especially because when I get my concrete pad poured out here, I want to do like stadium truck racing. Well, like Robbie Gordon, when they're racing the trucks around on the on-road stuff, I want to do some of that back here. I think it'd be a blast. See, I don't have anything from RGT. Yeah, Clayton, I don't know that I would spend the money for that. I thought I saw that video. It was awesome. Okay. Marcus, you listen to everything. In a motor, in a diff. Yep. Looks like a mini UDR. Yep. I still have the UDR. In fact, I think I'm going to order speaking of Vidavon, Vidavon has a chassis for the UDR. So I've got to get that. Then I have pretty much everything on that whole thing with Vidavon, including the carbon body on that. Man. I used to use ceramic bearings and high dollar exotic bearing when I was a kid and play with those sick billet yo-yos. Oh, that's a whole different ball game there, dealing with yo-yos. Kane Brennan, what's up, buddy? Did you ever clean your bouncer up where you put it in the mud? That thing was coated pretty bad, dude. Stadium Super Trucks. That's it, Kevin Klein. I would love to do that out here. Years ago, we had this local park. They would take over a basketball court, lay out the pipe and all that, and do it. And I built some little ramps, just some basically wedge ramps we could put on the course. And man, we run the Losi, the associated two-wheel drive short course trucks, but they were independent rear suspension. You know, I want a solid axle. This way, when you throttle that thing and it torques up, it's like the real thing. That's kind of what I'm after. And I know Tamaya actually had a truck, and I was tempted to get one of those, but I never did. I think that might even be even more scale, but yeah. Marcus, I've seen that year has a whole new motor mount too. Yeah, it really does. It's got some nice stuff in it. What brand bearings do I recommend? Well, I've got Jim's bearings in stock, but I've used Jim's bearings. I've used Fast Eddie bearings. I've used Avid RC bearings. I've used who knows what name brand bearings off of Amazon, off of eBay. If it's a bearing and it rolls and it's not wore out, I'll put it in something. But what I can tell you to do is don't put a cheap rubber sealed bearing in like a 3500 kV VXL motor from Traxxas. It didn't even last one run. That thing came apart. I went to Flat Rock Park where Wet and Wild is and ran it in the creek. Oh. Yeah, Kane, I'm thinking I might try to make Wet and Wild next year. Chuck Park's solid axle Kia. Oh, I would drive that. Hey, there's Bust Nut. Get a new course up for a long wheel. Oh, you're talking about the new 124 course Bust Nut. Bust Nut, yes. Yes, that's going to be there for a while. We're going to modify it a little bit and make some adjustments, but yeah, it's going to be there for the 124th or the like the TRX 4M Bronco. That fits everything fine. $112 Dumbo RC. Dumbo radios with a bad name are actually pretty good, aren't they? I've got two of those. Two of the 6-channel ones. One of them, both of them are actually, no, I think I've got 3 maybe. I think 1 or 2 of them are on the Sherps, and then one is on, I still have the Rebel RC Jeep. It's still sitting up there on the shelf, looking pretty. Man, you did not like the X-Max? Dude, the X-Max is awesome. Howdy, Jeeper, what's up? I can't stand 124th. 124th is small. Yes, it is. I got to order something. I had this out. Speaking of 124, see, I had all the wires out. This thing has a NSDRC BEC, and it literally like shot smoke right out of it. So I got to replace that. And apparently that's about the only BEC you'll find this small, so I don't really have much of a choice. So, but regardless, this is dead because the BEC died. But this thing right here from Hard Park is absolutely amazing. In today's video, I had the 1-inch tires on it. And let me see if I have, oh, I do have it. Let me show you this. I've got the body here. Let me grab something else. Those tires that I had on this for today's video is actually on the TRX 4M. That looks awesome. How awesome is that? I had to trim the bumper a little bit up front, a little bit in the back. So, yeah. It actually runs pretty darn good. But regardless of all that, we'll have to see that one a little bit later. Bought radio link for my no prep car. We're saying good deal, Danger Ranger. You got the 8X, I'm assuming? Mom said you need to check your kid's diaper before you wrap the quick straps. Okay. That came with the ready to run kit, just a radio hopping. Okay. I'm a trucker and bring my UDR crawlers with me all over the U.S. I've ran them in some amazing places. I bet you have, dude. Where does UDR run best at? Out west in the desert area? The Outlaw wheel say sold out. My 20. Oh, Castiel wants to say hi. Nice. The only thing that puts a bigger smile on my face is a nitro. Oh, here comes the nitro again. Yeah, I'm considering getting the Traxxas nitro. I'm considering it. Whatever that. All right, dude. Say goodbye. Stay down there, Mr. Shedder. I have not bought it yet. I might. On your Vitavon LMT, do you have those fat front drive shaft kit? Oh, you're talking about the big knuckles? I have one of those kits in stock. I believe it's on the website. If not, I've got it in there. You're talking about the 8mm axle shafts and all that stuff? Yes, I have one of those kits in stock. Section out west, Nevada, California. See, it looks like it's best out there. I don't really have a spot to properly drive the UDR here. No, I don't want a T-Max. It was the Slayer Pro is the one that has my attention for some reason. The Nitro Slayer Pro. Thanks for the kitty comment. Appreciate it. I'm sure he's happy. He's now laying on my computer bag, dropping hairs in it. Ryan Nelson, have I tried what? What did I miss here? Truck came with it in the ready to run kit, just the radio hopping SE. Costs as much. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about here. I figured that was great for us in 124th. The Furitechs are okay, but my issue of Furitech is the transition from startup to drive. I've never been able to get that smooth. I believe these newest ESCs have a whole different architecture, and they actually do that a lot better. But I have an issue with that startup to drive mode. I'm going to use. Well, I could probably put them to use. No, the cat that was a lion was Sam. That was my baby boy, man. I like my Sam cat. Fit on mine, having trio axles and knuckles. Probably. Some of those names, Sam, Dean, and Bobby. I do not have a Bobby yet, but I know what you're talking about. Yes, Sam and Dean, they were born behind my couch. They went out hunting monsters, and Dean never came back. Sam stayed around. Sam was with me for years, and then Sam went out hunting monsters, and I haven't seen him since. And then Castiel kind of showed up from my daughter's apartment. So, Ryan Nelson, yes, 8mm axles and knuckles, yes. They are awesome. You're never going to mess them up. Beefy, they bolt right on too. He did a really good job. They come with new hubs that go into the wheels and stuff like that too. If you don't see them on the website and you want to order a set, my email is in the pinned post. Send me an email up there, and we can get them paid for and shipped out to you. But I know I have one set. Nella, I've been through the entire app multiple times. Cannot get that out of it at all. One RC to have for the rest of your life. One RC to have for the rest of my life. What would it be? That's a tough one. Probably one of my crawlers. One of my crawlers. Okay, thank you, Mark Sachs. I appreciate it. There's a good video making a mobile cat carrier out of the S. Man, I've been seeing people with the little wagons and stuff behind their SCXs, you know, pulling themselves around parks. Just awesome, man. Well, Ryan, I've got one set of silvers in stock. My Rift Jeeper Hammer, haven't had that issue. My Rift, okay. When the XRT came out, my first thought, the name was X-Max Race Trim, seeing it as a LCD chassis. Kevin Klein, I'm going to fill you guys in on something here that is watching. Before the XRT ever came out, the X-Max R was actually something I was talking to one of my contacts at Traxxas about. But my contact was really, really close on it, and I still never found out about the XRT. But the X-Max R was the name that I was trying to push to get it, but it never happened. Thor. I do the video so you can see they're the same. Mine is so slow on startup. Oh, sure, Nella. Yeah, the startup is so slow. The thing is, the startup is so slow, and when it goes into the drive mode, it kicks the motor. And then I've actually had them cog backwards while trying to drive forward. Yeah, that's my issue with that. And I do not recall having that issue with the Holmes Crawlmaster Mini V2. So that's why, at least on one of these with the Furatech motor, I have a CMM V2 ESC on it. Have you ever had aluminum custom anodized or Cerakoted? I've never actually sent anything out to be custom coated. No, sir. Nitro Nova, all right. Well, broken member, you're talking about the Furatech. That's what I'm talking about, you know. And this has a Furatech in it, but it's so. I don't want to. Nah, I'll just keep that. Just got to keep it. I don't want to, you know, like say something that might cost something, you know. All right, there's SCX6 right there. Is Marcus. Okay, there we go. But I believe it's with the hardware, the programming, not the programming. I believe it's with the hardware, the architecture of the older Furatechs. Now, when I was at AxioFest, the shop Mini Furatech actually had their canopy and all set up, and he had one of the newer ESCs, and that one was impressive. I didn't notice hardly any transition issues between the startup and the drive. So Big Egg, I agree, buddy, completely. I've got a Lizard Pro. I got a Lizard Ultimate. Everything. I don't have the newest stuff, though. SCX24 TRX4M. I would probably choose the TRX4M, but the body adds a lot of weight to it, so it is a bit top heavy. No, it's okay, Jeeper. It's all good, man. It's just I've had that issue, and when I'll be driving it, I don't know, it just acts up for me. And I've tried to mess with every setting in there. The best I can get is when the punch is set at 1, that's where I get my best driving at. It's possible. I know Holmes, for a while there, Holmes actually had a censored outrunner. And I've got one right here. This is a censored outrunner by Holmes Hobbies. This is one of his first ones. I ended up getting this in a trade with a guy at USTE. But this is a censored outrunner by Holmes. But he was having an issue with the board or something not being the right resolution or something to actually drive it correctly. So the only censored outrunners that I know of right now are sold by Three Brothers RC. So, yeah. Yeah. Any new 1.9 crawler tires I might be interested in? I haven't really seen anything new on the market that's got my attention lately. So, did you see MTHE number Brothers censored outrunners? Tom. Oh, Three Brothers. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the world. Yeah, I've got one. It's the Black Jacket censored. It's actually in that truck right there. That would be a Superlight SV1, and it's running a a Castle Micro X2. Now the big one, like the 860, is something similar to like a skateboard motor, and it is censored. Clayton, the Outrunner motor, by design, has got a massive amount of torque density because this is rotating. All of this is rotating in this. Now, what you will get is the startup, a hammer on it, brake and all that, sometimes is a little bit lagging because you have so much mass rotating. As with the Inrunner is more instant. But these right here carry the torque beautifully. Very nice motors. So for competition crawling, it's either this or the Fusion 2300 at this point. I mean, really. I plan on doing a Superlight SV. Yeah, I do have a Superlight SV3 parts in stock. I've got the chassis sitting over there. I forget the name of the chassis. I've had it for like 4 months, the chassis. It's that little, like a little cheater chassis. See if I can find it real quick. Okay, not there. Maybe I know it's over here somewhere, but I'll find it eventually. But I forget the name of it, but it's a little cheater chassis, I guess. It doesn't go all the way to the axles, tubes, and all that stuff. Poised, that's it. You got it, Marcus. The Poised chassis. Kane, yeah. I enjoyed Hell's Hill. You'll be seeing videos of that starting tomorrow. We got 2 videos tomorrow and 2 videos for Thursday. Fusion SE, best motor ESC combo for the dollar on the market today. Yes. I don't know about the Deep Woods if they've quit making them, but they've got the Fossil tire by Duratrax, and that's a very good tire to run too, the Fossil. 20 kV censored outrunner. Built into the wheel with a 20S 2P battery. I built with 100S. Wow. Nice, Ryan. The 2000 kV 380 size outrunner, Tom, is awesome, isn't it? That little motor is awesome. I've got 2 of them. I'm not sure what they're in, but they're in something. Yep. Tell Brad I said hi, Kane. Well, good deal. You helped him out. Yep, Tom Andrews, you're right. We got 15 minutes. 15-minute timer is on. You guys have been awesome tonight. Great topics. But I need to get my Kleimanstein build going. Maybe I'll run Kleimanstein at the Winter Series this time. Maybe I'll get my Poise chassis built so I can do the I can run a Superlight out there as well. Slayer Pro, but the Slayer Pro suspension is the same thing as a Revo, right? Yes, we're going to have a members chat after this. I have not had a chance to go through all the numbers that were chosen for that. So I'm going to need about 10 minutes after the chat to go through and get the numbers and all that. What I may do is just go ahead and put up and go ahead and start the members live, and we can go ahead and take care of that, and I'll just go through and get all the numbers and all that stuff figured out. All right. So, but yes, we will be having that. These are GRC axles with Traxxas internals. Now, these have a different output axle over here because of the way the C-hub design is set up. It doesn't come all the way down and get in the way. So that's why I chose these axles right here. What's next for Thor? Collecting dust for right now. Okay. Well, I mean, ask Minnesota. I mean, we can give you advice on stuff. I mean, try. Okay, so good. They do have all the same suspension. That's what I was wondering. I don't know, just hearing different things. But the Slayer Pro with a 3.3 should be plenty strong enough when it comes to short course size racing, right? Oh, hands-on help. Yeah, you have to find somebody local for that one, buddy. Shorter arms, of course. But heck, if it's got the same chassis as an Revo or a Revo, that should be super stout for that thing, right? So, now, a Slayer Summit conversion, did he keep the selectable diffs, the diff locks? I have no plans to really mess with my Vanquish trucks at this time. I mean, the Phoenix has a dig. The Phoenix has a dig, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, I think. I was kind of arrested for a hands-on help. RC Mad Labs, keep your hands to yourself there, buddy. You got to be careful when you're down there in those casinos. They don't like extra hands flying around. Okay, yeah. It's been a while since I've driven my Phoenix. It has been a while. Anything playing with the Outcast 8S? Nothing right now. I was thinking about taking the top level wheelie skid off of the 12S and putting it on it just to see how it would do. You know? Maybe. Someone gave a gatekeeper and some parts. Gatekeepers are good. Touching your own beard. Okay. Oh, man. And enjoy for the TRX4. Yeah, maybe I'll have some time to get these builds done this month. I hope so. Because I want to get a lot of these things done. Get them going. Hopefully the Raminator video does good. All right, we got 10 minutes. Let's get some rapid fire going. Can we see more of the Red Cat Machete? As soon as the track dries out, yes, I will put it on the track. Did you start the Kleimenstein build yet? So far, all I've got are the axles put together. And the axles, I actually ordered those off of eBay from... I got a little piece of paper from them, but it was RC something 32. I had to find their name. But anyway, they actually shipped it really quick. So I ordered a full sport front and rear axles, the complete axles for a TRX4 because I had to put those into here. So full stock TRX4 stuff in here. The next event that I've got is this weekend, and I'm going to Cotton's RC Park. RC man, do I always drive one-handed? That is correct. I sure do. Joe, where did I leave your keys? You left your keys at the last place you set them down. That's where they're at. The backflip video, hopefully I'll have that uploaded to channel members tonight. Have I had good luck with eBay parts? Depends on what parts you're buying. If you're buying name brand parts, yeah, they're as good as a name brand. Some of them knockoff parts, yeah, you got to be careful. I can't drive two-handed. I drive worse two-handed. I was literally racing some guys. This was about a couple months ago, and I'm like, what is going on? I was having a fit with my e-buggy. Then I stopped and just started driving one-handed, and I was keeping up with everybody. I just drive one-handed all the time. Romance, Arkansas. I'm not going to Arkansas, buddy. I have no intentions to go to Arkansas. All right, we got about 8 minutes. 8 minutes winding down, and then I'm going to get set up for the channel member live that I'm going to do. What's in the box? What's up, Carlos? Any events in Canada? I'm not planning to come to Canada. Hello, what's in the box? We're about to finish this thing up here. Addicted to RC? Yep. Silly question. If you go to a video and you see that little join button underneath there, you can click that and you can choose your level. $2, $5, $10, or $25 per month. Depending on how much you want to contribute. Come through Southwest Louisiana way to Arkansas and get some food. I'm not going to Arkansas. No, sir. I'm not planning to come to Texas. My next event is more than likely, as far as like leaving the state, more than likely going to be Haul and Crawl at Cherokee Rock Village. And I believe that is October 21st and 22nd. I believe those are the dates for the Haul and Crawl. Put on by Georgia Rock Zombies. Awesome event. David Haas, some people like the JX servos for the TRX4. All my TRX4s still have the stock servos. They do me fine. Can we see the 12S X-Max? Well, it's up there. There's not really much to show. I haven't burnt one up. I haven't burnt up a Lizard Pro. Just to start up, transition to drive is where I have my issue. All right, 112. Love. Being home turf for 2 months. Yeah, I'm going to be home for quite a while. And I'm looking forward to being home. Man, I'm looking forward to being home. Be able to take my time, do some better quality videos, better installs. Who knows? I may end up putting up another kit. Put a kit together. You never know. Where did you get the belt drive for the X-Max? PN? Does that sound Pacific Northwest? Maybe PNW? I'm not exactly sure at this point in time. I should say it in the video, though. I'm not a fan of JX servos, honestly. 5 minutes ago, just playing Diablo 4. Have you started going to the gym yet? Yes. I've went a total of 3 times in the last 2 months. And that's because I got to keep going and going and going. It's amazing. I'm going to all these events. But now that I have about 2 months to just sit here on my fat butt, yes, I'm planning to go. And I actually have 2 videos to put together to get that whole channel started. I think that's it. PNW RC, I believe it is. I believe they were the ones that had the belt drive that I've got on there. You should try out Zoku chassis on the Phoenix platform. I'm not planning to mess with a Phoenix too much anytime soon. I have not busted any belts, but I do kind of drive accordingly with that truck, if that makes any sense. You know, I mean, I do get on it, but I try not to land under throttle, which you should never land under throttle anyway, especially if you're doing like a backflip coming up short, kind of like my Raminator video. I'm going to show this to you guys one more time just because you guys are awesome. All right. All right, I'm going to show you guys my Raminator jump video one more time. The last sneak peek you get of this thing. That's the Raminator. I saw that, Kane. Thank you. Yep. That was a big Raminator backflip. And I did it like 4 times too. Yes, sir. What are you planning on doing for the machete? Well, I need to open up the center diff and shove a couple of earplugs into that, which I haven't had the chance to mess with that, but I should have the time now to take care of some things. Oh, wow. You went way back to see the legend back there, huh? Nope, the 1-to-1 rig is gone. Belts are cheap. You can get any size belt made a bunch of different places. Give them the length, pitch, whatever. Gotcha. Yeah, welcome, Kane, for sure. Yes, sir. Some issue with the Kleimenstein TRX4 gearbox. He had to make new end plates of his own because the 3D printed ones in the kit weren't working. Okay. Well, I haven't made it that far yet. Now, speaking of the Kleimenstein, I'm going to be using the clone transmission gears. That's what I'm planning on using for mine. Yeah, I've got the Raminator suspension working pretty good. If you hold it like steady, you know, on the ground, move it, it's like there's no dampening. But when you jump it from a height, there's so much volume going through the pistons that it does have dampening. So SCX6, yeah, it's a big truck. Thank you. All right, we're about to finish it up, buddy. Less than 1 minute to go. Do I still have the Ducano? No, sir. That was on loan from Sean Lerman of Jack's RC Recycle and Repair. So that was the Ducano, the Dookie Ho. You plus motivation equals success. I'm trying. My AC just kicked on. It is 9 o'clock. So, guys, time to wrap this up. And I've got to get set up for another live with channel members. So, Kane, you just joined. There's a video. Well, hold on. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up, and we're going to go ahead and let this go. You guys are awesome. Catch you guys later. I'm about to come back on as a channel member video here in just a few minutes. Yeah, my AC is kind of on schedule. Modern technology. All right, guys, you guys are awesome, and I will catch you guys later.